If you're using cinnamon, make sure your house is ventilated because it will just burn. It's a great fragrant flavor. It's a great fragrant. Hi, welcome to my channel, Suzanne's Sweet Kitchen. Today we're making some delicious hard candy. If you'd like to know how I made it and how you can make it too, just keep watching. So back in the day, Laurie and I would get together on a weekend near Christmas, kind of like now, December 13th, and get a bunch of different candy oils, you guys, different flavors. We would each get a bunch of ingredients, and then at the end we would just split it. And it really worked out really well. It's better with 2 or more people to make this recipe because it's very time sensitive once you get to a certain point. And you'll see that here in this video, you guys. I'm gonna make it work for me. I'm just making a single batch. Typically, we would double every batch just because we each wanted a batch of each flavor. And the flavors of these candy oils are unlimited. There's maybe hundreds, I don't know. There's a ton. I will leave the recipe down in the description box below for you guys. Making this hard candy, you want to make sure you have everything out and ready to rock and roll before you start, especially if you're doing it alone. If there's 2 or more people, then that's okay. People can be helping and pitching in where needed. It's not a lot, just gotta make sure you have everything ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna go ahead and start my pan and add my ingredients. You need a candy thermometer for this recipe. Let's go ahead and add the ingredients to our pan. We'll start off with 2 cups of granulated sugar. Next, we're going to add our 3/4 cup of water. Next goes in 2/3 cup of Caro light corn syrup. I sprayed my measuring cup before I put the syrup in. That just helps it come out easier. Next, we need to stir this and get it to 290 degrees. Let's go and do that. Let's go ahead and give this a stir. We're gonna go ahead and get this mixture to 290 degrees and stir pretty often. Just started it, and it's almost to 100. It's been 10 minutes, and we are at 200 degrees, 10 minutes. Starting to simmer a little bit. See that? We are at 15 minutes, and as you can see, it's a nice boil. And we are at, where are we at? Almost 220. It's been about 25 minutes. I cranked up the heat a little bit. And we are at, I'm guessing around 260. We are at 290. Let's go ahead and add in our oil flavors. You guys, that took almost exactly a half an hour. I possibly had the heat not high enough. As it kept going, it got stuck about 200 degrees, so I cranked it up slowly from there. I'm gonna go ahead and add in my Tutti Frutti candy flavoring. Yeah, just like I remembered, it will steam up, stir it in. Beautiful. If you wanted to add any food coloring, you would add it in now. Typically I do because I'm making different flavors and I want to differentiate between the flavors by using the colors. Today I'm just making Tutti Frutti for you guys. It looks like it's going to be a nice amber, palish pink amber color, so that's just fine. Let's go ahead and stir that in, and then we're going to pour it on our packed powdered sugar. You guys know me by now that my brain sometimes just works weird. As I'm doing this, it gets to 280, and I'm like, this reminds me of labor and delivery. You gotta be patient, You kept on checking the monitors, kept on checking the temperature, kept on checking the thermometer, check the monitors, and as soon as it's go time, it's like, bam, let's go. Okay. Enough of my jibber jabber. Let's go ahead and pour this candy mixture onto our packed powdered sugar. Pretty, pretty color. Almost a peach color. Let's go ahead and pour it on our powdered sugar. This is the point. It would be nice to have another person to scrape out the candy. Oh. And I typically cover the whole cookie sheet. But I typically make a whole 2 batches, so I'm hoping, yeah, some of this is going to go over onto the cookie sheet. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the sink and put some water in it so it doesn't become hard candy inside of my pan. You'll get these little bubbles. You want to go ahead and pop them now if you can. If not, you'll just can cut around them. Now we just wait a little bit until it starts to get firmer on the edges and cool enough to touch. Once it does, I'll let you guys know the next step at that time. I'll see you guys back in 1 second. You can start testing it by touching the edges like that. Lifting it up and you can see it's starting to be pliable and I'm able to touch it. Just a few more minutes, I can pick up an edge of it and cut some strips. Couple minutes. The edges you're able to pick up just a little bit. Go ahead and get your scissors before it gets too hard. Excuse my hands in the frame. And you just start making, that's gonna be a really sharp piece. Making triangles is how I do it. And we'll get it back into the powdered sugar. It's still pliable, so I like to try and make sure it gets into the powdered sugar so it doesn't stick. It'll be all different sizes. Making this candy has brought back so many great memories. My cousin and I making this and our kids running around, my 4, her 3, getting to mischief. When we pour one out, as soon as it got cool enough, we're yelling at a couple kids, grab a pair of scissors, start cutting. It was so much fun, you guys. If you're going to do this in a mass like we used to do that, have at least 2 cookie sheets packed full. I mean, use a whole bag, if not more, packed really, really good. That way, when one flavor is off, you don't mix it like I did. I would have never done that back in the day when we were making mass amounts. I knew I was just making one batch, so I didn't care about the powdered sugar. But get a couple pans, pack that powdered sugar down, have 2 big pots, and then work together as a team. One stirring while the other one's getting this one cut up. I don't know if you noticed, but in the video, you'll see that I'm able to break some of that. And we never got to that point back in the day, at least I don't remember it. I liked breaking it just as well as cutting it. It was just a little bit easier to break it. I know back in the day, Laurie would tell me that she knew people that would wait until it was totally hard and just take a hammer to it. And the reason we never tried that technique is she said that made the candy pieces too sharp, like shards of glass. So we never used the hammer technique, but I guess others have. They're super tasty, you guys, and as you can see, it doesn't take a whole lot of ingredients. It does take a little bit of time and patience, just like I liked it to labor and delivery. At the end, you got this nice little baby. A little plate full of sugar goodness, you guys. You guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new to my channel and haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. It's quick and it's easy in just a couple clicks. And while you're down there subscribing, go ahead and hit that bell. It will just remind you when I upload new videos, which is on Tuesdays and Fridays. And if you like this video, please give me a big old thumbs up. It truly does help, you guys. And also what helps is comments, you guys. Leave me a comment down in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear anything you have to say. Just hello is fine as well. I am having an amazing day. I hope you are as well. Until next time, make it a great day.